Hello one and all! This is my review, reaction, and cut discussion of The Weakest Tamer Begins Journey to Pick Up Trash, Episode 1. And I am so absolutely excited for this series. It is, despite the dark opening, one of the cutest and most wholesome things I have ever read. With, like I said, some very, very significant exceptions, but still, overall, it is absolutely adorable. And just from this alone, I see Ivy, and I love her. I absolutely freaking love her. And, God, I swear to God, if this series had come out at any other point in this year, whatever, I would be doing weekly reaction videos to every single episode. But unfortunately, I kinda have a dissertation to write, and I'm kinda really far behind. Shh, don't tell my advisor. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a reaction video to this first episode, and then, once I defend my dissertation, and I either become a doctor or I fail out, I'll be doing some more videos, hopefully. We'll see what happens, but alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Ivy's dad. Or maybe the mayor. Either way. This hair part is a very weird choice, so I'm gonna say mayor. That feels like rich person energy, not poor farmer energy. And as will probably be explained in this episode, Ivy has no stars, which is just crazy rare. Everyone else in this world has a talent, a skill. Ivy's a tamer, but she's a 0-star tamer, so she can't tame anything. And the village seems to believe that means she's cursed and will bring horrible misfortune to all of them. And when I first read this, I really thought, oh, maybe this is just this small town village, maybe they're being superstitious, maybe Ivy really has nothing to worry about, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. There comes a point later on where someone says 0-star people actually exist. So this isn't like, 10% of the population are born without stars and they're immediately executed. It's more like this is the most insanely rare phenomenon in the entire world, and so these people just viewed it as her being cursed, as her being evil, as her being doomed to bring misfortune to the village, and they tried to murder her. Because of freaking course they did. Though, weirdly enough, despite the fact that a person's stars, person's skills is, really important in this world, it's actually considered insanely rude, like the height of social inadequate to ask someone what their skill and stars are. The only times that people have actually even said what their jobs are in this entire series, in the first, 5 volumes light novel, are tamers and fortune tellers. So yeah, that's definitely kind of weird. There are people who brag about their stars, but also you're not allowed to ask anyone about their stars. But if you have 0 stars, people are going to try and kill you. This is a very, very strange world. Episode 1, On a Journey Alone. But don't worry, Ivy, you won't be alone for too long. Oh, I can't wait to see a travel companion animated. Seriously, oh god. Oh my god, she is adorable! Oh, I want to murder her parents. I so badly want to murder her parents. And maybe her siblings as well. They kind of, okay, yeah, let's say the siblings die too. God, I love this girl. Seriously, I love this girl. Ivy is basically the equivalent of a doomsday prepper. She was kicked out of the village, I think, a year ago, and so ever since then, she's been planning for her eventual escape. She has everything packed up, ready to carry in these long bags with the strings attached to them. Very well done. And she just has literally everything she might need to survive. Good for her. In fact, light novel describes her walking around with 6 bags, 2 on one shoulder, 2 on the other, 1 on her back, 1 beneath her, and she's just like a walking bag. Seriously. Oh yeah, also these are magic bags, which can carry a whole lot of stuff, so she quite literally has everything she could ever need inside of these. Oh, she is adorable. Oh, I love this girl so much. Yeah, like I said, she's literally walking around with one on her back, 2, 3, 4 bags, and that's just at the start of her journey. She just gets more and more bags as she moves along. Oh my god, they actually... I don't even think the manga included this. They actually included her just strapping all the bags onto herself. Oh, she is so well prepared. And she is so, ecstatic, so happy, so upbeat, despite the fact that she is in a very, very bad situation. Oh, very cool. I was not really sure how they were going to really show that in the anime. Honestly, I didn't really like how the manga showed it, but yeah, as it's going to be explained here, this is an isekai, but it's done very differently than most. The past version of herself is basically treated as an entirely different person than her, who she refers to as past me, and the two kind of like merge and mix, and she often says words or comes up with ideas from her past life, but it's not really who she is all that much. She really does treat it like a fully separate entity. Also, I can't ignore the fact she said I gave up on happiness long ago. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I mean, seriously, let's not forget this girl is, I think, 8 years old? Yeah, 8 years old right now. And she's got a sword. Because of course she does. Yeah, I mean, that's a smart move considering the village is trying to freaking kill you. I mean, okay, I'm gonna complain a little bit here because I really feel like in the light novel there was a lot more pressure in this scene, a lot more urgency because they were coming after her. Yes, they'd only found, some of her hiding spots, but still, Ivy, full-grown adults with lots of powerful jobs are coming to murder you. Run, girl, run! I really am loving the attention to nature here. I mean, that's a big thing. There's so many strange, unique plants and animals and all sorts of things in this world that are so different from our own understandings. In fact, this world doesn't even have eggs. Often Ivy cooks with eggs, but she finds out later on they're just a fruit which act exactly like eggs do. So yes, in this world, eggs grow on trees. It is so weird. Oh, is that who I think it is? Oh my god, yes, yes, yes! Oh, he is adorable. He is so freaking adorable. Okay, not really sure what you're trying to do here. Oh, don't fall off the cliff. Please don't fall off the cliff. She is so upbeat. Oh my god, I love it. I mean, I just said there's, no urgency, but still, her upbeat attitude is just so adorable and just so charming. Oh, that bell just to signify past me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, again, like past me, she knows nothing about this person. Not her name, not her age, not what kind of life she lived. In fact, in one of the more recent light novels, she half recalled this like ninja zombie movie she saw in her past life, and is like, wait a minute, did I come from a world with ninjas and zombies? That's interesting. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's a big thing in this world. There are just like huge, insanely massive trash dumps, like literally everywhere. I think it's because a lot of skills actually produce, physical items, which are basically trash once they're used and are thrown away. But this is just such a key element to the series, and also so useful for Ivy because, I mean, she's literally on the run, and most of what she owns is stuff that was thrown out. So every time she goes to a trash dump, she looks for things she can use. New clothes, not new, but used clothes that she can repair, more bags, cooking utensils, anything that might possibly be useful for her, and that she could fix up and use or sell or whatever. Oh, and if you're wondering why people threw out potion bottles, it's because potions go bad very fast. Also, the bottles themselves are seemingly created by the alchemy skill, which is interesting. Anyway, though, once a potion spoils, once it reaches its expiration date, you have to throw it out because it doesn't really do anything for anybody. Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Okay, I am really loving the attention to detail, just like all the trash, the flying around. This is clearly above average, I will say already. Oh god, she really just makes sure she has everything she can need. She is just so careful, so thorough, just such a good scavenger. It is another reason why there are trash dumps. Basically, the only way to destroy any of this is with the help of slimes. Now, slimes are actually rather slow at destroying things, but still, slimes eat things, eat garbage, survive, and therefore whenever, a tamer who has slimes come across a dump, they feed their slimes there. They dissolve from the trash. They make the garbage pit a little bit smaller. Oh, that is cool. That's actually, honestly, maybe a little bit too fast for them to be eating. I mean, it was said the slimes take a really long time. Like the one slime that was eating a sword took an entire day, literally. Yep, and now they are looking for Ivy. Oh no. She is literally 5 feet away from you, dummy. Okay, I don't remember there being a bounty on her head in the light novel, but yeah, that terrified her. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Ivy. And yes, also for the record, the village chief absolutely sucks. Like, seriously, he is the biggest, stupidest person you will ever meet in your entire life. Oh wait, is that... I'm confused now. Is this when Ivy finds out that the village chief is after her? Because I thought she already knew that. That would certainly explain why she wasn't, more motivated to move faster. But at the same time, she was already running away. So I'm not really sure what the order of events is here right now. Very curious. I mean, in the light novel, she found out that the village chief and her dad wanted her dead because she was literally, like, right behind them when they said it, but they didn't see her because she was hiding under something. And so she started running away. Not sure about this. Interesting. Jesus! She just flew off a cliff into a tree. I mean, seriously, people, let's not forget, this girl is 8 years old. Every bit of this should have killed her. Oh, her bag saved her, I guess. Oh, well, kinda. Honestly, that sounds kind of familiar. It might have been a light novel, but not sure. I recall her saying that she was saved because her bag got stuck on something. Yeah, potions are really fast and really effective. Even though that one had already started to turn, it was only low grade, it still was able to very easily heal the cut on her arm. Almost instantly. Okay, so she needed a second one, but still, that's pretty good. I'm honestly surprised how far we've gotten in this episode without actually any flashbacks or more explanation on exactly what happened and why they're chasing her, other than having no stars. But that doesn't mean all that much to, anime onlys quite yet. Okay, I gotta say, diving into water that deep in a world full of monsters feels a little bit dumb. I mean, I know she needs to, bathe to clean up all the dirt and blood and whatnot, but still, that is a rather interesting move on her part. I think it's also the first mention of the fortune teller. She's a very important character in Ivy's story. Yeah, as you might imagine, it's kind of dangerous for an 8-year-old girl to be traveling by herself, so she's disguising herself as a boy instead. And, you know, she's 8, there's not that much difference, so it's easy enough to fool people into thinking she's a dude. I'd say that's pretty convincing. I'd say anyone who saw her wouldn't be entirely sure, but would probably lean towards her being a guy instead of a girl. Oh, Thamisha. Interesting. I honestly don't remember if the light novel ever even actually said what her real name was. I mean, if they did, I have fully forgotten about it. I assumed it was like, you know, not even mentioned at any point, but it might have been. Honestly, not sure. Anyway, so now on, she is Ivy, which honestly still feels kind of like a girl name. I mean, I'd be surprised about a guy being called... maybe. I'm not sure. It definitely feels more like a girl name, though. Oh, wow. The meaning behind that name is certainly, you know, on point. Ivy will thrive, even if she's stepped on, even if she's thrown away. There is nothing they can do to stop her. There's nothing they can do to kill her. She'll just keep moving forward. I mean, that's pretty accurate when she is in, you know, literally in a world full of monsters who want to eat her. All she really needs to worry about is, you know, getting away from the village and not getting eaten, and then she can figure things out. And there's Ivy's signature look. Oh my god, I love her so much. See, Ivy, slimes can be cute. Your past self was right. Also, she's a full monster compendium, which is just so helpful for surviving. And seriously, the fortune teller got her a few good books, like, you know, Monster Compendium, Trap Making, all of this, and they have just made Ivy just so absolutely knowledgeable and skilled about how not to die in the woods. And it's technically a collapsed slime, which is a slime so utterly weak and pathetic that it will literally die within a day, and cannot be tamed because the act of taming it will literally kill it. Also, wind can kill it, or a particularly sunny day. It is very, very killable, and almost impossible to keep alive. So as a result, there is almost nothing known about it because no one's been able to examine it long enough to find anything conclusive. Yeah, like I said, a strong wind can literally kill this thing. And I'm already loving how he's animated. So adorable. There you go, Ivy. Good job saving him. Yeah, that almost certainly would have killed him. I mean, like I said, the slimes, the collapsed slimes, or disintegrating slimes, the anime is calling them, stupidly weak. Seriously, love the upbeat attitude. Ivy's there like, you're my first friend in this entire world, besides one other, but even if you're gonna die within a day, I want to spend that time with you. Even though I am currently running for my life, and should not have stopped this long, because people are still trying to kill me. Oh, definitely don't think that was mentioned in the light novel. I mean, very little was actually said about her parents, other than the fact they sucked. But seriously, both her parents had 2-star jobs, and her mother had an additional 1-star job? That is actually pretty impressive, I mean, all things considering. Given that, you would expect their child to have at least a single star, if not more. And yeah, as you probably figured, the number of stars a person has determines how powerful their job actually is. For most people, it goes between like 1 and 3 stars. So I think it was mentioned that, like, the Imperial Court Mages have 10 stars. And Ivy, unfortunately, has 0 stars, meaning that even though she is a tamer, she can tame nothing. She doesn't have enough magical power to actually tame anything in the entire world. Or so she thinks. I mean, she does say that, but it's not really all that true. I mean, there are all sorts of people in the world who have jobs that are completely unrelated to what their actual, skills are. I recall this one dude, he's like an axe user or something, and he runs a store. He just, runs a local general store. That's it. He doesn't cut anybody or anything with axes, so yeah, I understand why Ivy thinks that, given what she's seen in the village, but at the same time, it's really not all that true. Yeah, it was honestly a very heartbreaking experience for her, because her parents treated her like she was dead, and her siblings got confused and blamed her for her parents, being so angry and mad all the time. So they turned on her too, and of course the rest of the village did as well, so she was basically left alone in the woods to basically live on her own, to try and survive on her own. I guess they figured she would die, but then she didn't, so like, alright, God above, I guess we have to kill her now. Yeah, like I said, this is an Isekai, but it's not a traditional Isekai. She's not a reincarnated person so much as there's a reincarnated person inside her head who occasionally pops up with a word or idea or something like that. Seriously, I mean, like I said, it's not so much an Isekai as there's an Isekai person inside of her who occasionally has arguments with her. Oh, I love it. And just a happy little slime bobbing around like, okay. I don't understand any of this, but okay. Oh, he's adorable. Yeah, finally the fortune teller gets mentioned. She's the one that brought Ivy the books and a bunch of other things and taught her skills, and is the only reason why she survived as long as she did inside of the woods. In fact, weirdly enough, the fortune teller's fortune-telling skill is what told her that Ivy would be alone in the woods and would need help. Very cool. It's honestly way more heartbreaking than that. Oh god, that's sad. Her first friend is a slime that will die within a day. Also, that's pretty rude to the fortune teller. She was also Ivy's friend. She is literally the only reason why she's still alive. She died because she was nice to Ivy. God, seriously, if that slime just died right here and now, this would be the most depressing opening episode of almost any anime ever. Hey! The slime is still alive! Huzzah! Hi there! Well, not really. I mean, the collapsing slimes are... they won't live long unless certain steps are taken. So yeah, being a starless tamer basically means that Ivy doesn't have the magical energy needed to actually tame anything at all. But collapsing slimes are literally weaker than any other monster or animal in the entire world. So yeah, this could actually work for her. And it's also just her way of basically giving a middle finger to the entire world, to the gods themselves. You said this slime would die. He didn't. You said I couldn't tame anything, but I did, so screw you! Oh, I love this girl. There we go. Contract established. You're not alone anymore, Ivy. You have a constant companion. And you've just literally broken the logic of the world. Good for you. Yes, yes, yes! Oh, Sora and Ivy together at freaking last. And that means it worked. She has literally marked the monster with her own magical signature, meaning that Ivy literally broke the rules of the world and managed to tame a monster despite being starless. And as you can see, that had a pretty positive effect on the slime. He is a lot more stable now that he has been given some of Ivy's magical power, and he can actually freaking jump and isn't, as likely to die to a strong breeze. And you can even see, he's more solid. He got the whole hair flip thing like that, instead of just kind of collapsing into the ground like this. Yeah, again, I really don't recall the name Themisia being mentioned at all in the light novel. Weird. Oh, I love her. I love her so much. So that was definitely a good first episode, though it's also kind of weird because I saw the trailer, and the trailer showed the scene of her, being marked as starless. Maybe that's going to be episode 2, like an episode 2 flashback, a nightmare she wakes up and Sora's by her side. That would make some sense, but alright, let's talk about the rest of it. I mean, just God above, it was so... Oh wait, let's see if there's anything, like this. Alright, nothing at the end. But seriously, they did such an amazing job of showing Ivy's cuteness, of showing her ingenuity, of showing her scavenging skills. She literally digs through the dumps looking for clothes, potions, bits of trash she can reuse. She is just so adaptive to her situation. And even though her parents, her siblings, the entire village is literally trying to murder her, she can still remain at least somewhat upbeat, especially after she meets Sora, after she gets a traveling companion and learns that she won't be alone anymore. Oh, I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. And just, overall, I absolutely love this episode. I'm so excited to watch this season, and I really wish I covered it more, but like I said, I just don't have the time for, so please let me think down below. What you think of Ivy? What you think of Sora? What you think of the village? Oh, speaking of village, minor spoiler alert for something that was in the light novel, but the manga skipped. So just be forewarned about the village. 3, 2, 1, spoiler. The village kind of dies after Ivy leaves. The village chief who kind of sort of killed the fortune teller, that was a dumb move. That was a really dumb move on his part, because they relied on the fortune teller to tell them when to harvest this plant, and if they wait just too long or they don't do it early enough, the plant will die, and that plant is kind of the main source of income for the village. So once that dies, people decide, it's not worth living here anymore, and they all more or less start moving out. Even the chief's own wife abandons him because she can't be part of that village anymore, and that's basically the end of it. I mean, the entire village is declared an unreliable trade partner, and they are heavily investigated, but that was revealed at the end of Volume 1, and I'm on Volume 5 light novel, and it has not been mentioned since. So I think we can just assume that things went very badly for the village chief and those who followed him, including Ivy's parents. No idea if they ever pop up again, but that could certainly be interesting. Anyway though, please leave me a thing down below, and until next time, peace!